explore the local markets and the street fairs. I'll take in the culture and breathe the city air. From the towering skyscrapers to the street art, I'll desert my journey transcends. Every block I walk, every alley I cross, I'm grateful for the city and all it has to offer. With the buzz of the people and the rhythm of life, I'll keep on walking towards a world so right. From the streets of Harlem to the Brooklyn Bridge, I'll keep on walking and never miss a beat. I'll find my adventure and live my life. Adventure's coming and I'm on my way. I'll walk the city streets and seize the day. I'll discover new places and hidden gems with every step. My journey transcends.
Greetings everyone from Myeongdong, South Korea. It's a Wednesday night, July 30th, 2025, 7:05 p.m. Temperature is 85 Fahrenheit, 29 Celsius. Still in the middle of a heat wave, but definitely much better than the heat in the morning and the afternoon. I think this area, Myeongdong, has become one of my favorite areas in Seoul. Just feels like there's so much going on here. I don't really see the street vendors out yet though, the food stalls. Here's one street vendor, chicken skewers for 5,000. No sauce, teriyaki sauce, both spicy and not spicy. Interesting to see this building here. There's a grocery store on the first floor, then a cafe, and then a Korean barbecue spot, then a skin clinic, and then a hair salon. Multiple floors of different businesses. unlimited buffet, 29,800 per person. That's roughly around 21 US dollars. Some people will say that many of the restaurants here in Myeongdong are tourist traps. But I've tried some restaurants here that are pretty good, and I didn't really think the prices were that much more expensive over the rest of Seoul. Ashley asking if Korea is more expensive than Japan. I don't really know how to gauge it because I was only in Japan for a day trip. But I guess it really depends on which area of Korea you like to compare it to. Maybe if you want to compare Seoul to Tokyo, it might be a better gauge. But from my personal experience, I found that Seoul is an expensive city to travel to and to spend time in. Usually my meals are averaging about like $10, $13 for food and drink. And for accommodations in the Myeongdong area, I'm spending $118 a night for my hotel. All the street food vendors are coming out now. It smells delicious here. Yen Xian just wants to visit South Korea for the food because he don't know what to do in South Korea. Well, luckily for you, there's plenty of guides and vlogs on the top attractions to visit, including my channel. And Seoul is just more about the food, and South Korea is more than just about the food. Well, I think more of the street food is over here. So we missed all the food. Lena says you love this area. Myeongdong is my home area when you went to Seoul. I think it's a great place for tourists to stay. I find it's very easy to get around, and the airport bus just drops you off right on the main street. So if your hotel is nearby, like me, you don't have to go very far. I'll even show you the airport bus once I get out of the main streets of Myeongdong. That tornado potato roll is pretty interesting. This guy is flaming up the squid and the octopus. Oh, it's just octopus, not squid. If you want some quick bites of beef steak, you can get it from there. You don't have to sit in at a restaurant. Well, look at all this chop suey vegetables.
야, 호떡 판다.
김밥 이거는
잠깐만 나 명동에 느낌. Tinapay para mo.
By the way, what I've experienced traveling within Seoul is that the street food varies from neighborhood to neighborhood. In Insadong, you'll have a lot of like sweet treats made with flour that you won't find here. And also in the Myeongdong Market, there's some things that you can't find here either. The Squid Game Dalgona. If you want to carve out an umbrella, you're more than welcome to. $3,000 for a Dalgona. No, I'm just showing it. You can join. There's even a heart shape which wasn't in the show, but I think it's kind of cute. Peter Bradfield with $1.99 wanting me to visit the Seoul Olympic 1988 Stadium. Thanks so much, Peter Bradfield, for that. Appreciate the support. Thanks so much. Johnson's D, you think the Dalgona looks tasty? I tried carving one out one time when it was the first season. I got my Dalgona in Koreatown, of all places, in New York City. That's the magic question. Spicy or not spicy? And I say, no, no spicy. For those of you watching that can take spicy food, big props to you. I can take it up to an extent, but if it's too spicy, I don't see how a food that's like is enjoyable. You gotta build up your tolerance. Or sometimes you'll eat it and then like the spice starts getting to your nose and then your nose starts like getting really itchy and like ugh. Sometimes that happens, like, oh, this isn't too bad, and then all of a sudden your nose feels like, oh, I regret it. Bags, shoes, 50 years repair master. I wonder how much he charges to repair shoes.
똥을 고른 다음에 튀김을.
If you got a hole in your bag or the strap broke, that's the person to bring it to. As Jen says, we're going through a nasty heat wave in New York City. Yeah, I've heard it was so hot that a breaker tripped or something in the West 4th Street complex and disrupted like 7 subway lines. Crazy. My mom's in the hotel relaxing. She's had enough of the day. It's too hot for her to continue to keep staying out. Oh, look at this. The Overseas Chinese Service Association building. Money exchange 1,381 won for $1 US. Chinese yuan is 0. They're not taking Chinese yuan. Wow. Better not bring Chinese yuan to South Korea or you're going to have issues. Also, I saw a currency exchange place not taking Korean won. They don't want Korean won. They're only selling Korean won. It's such a fine balance when you're traveling and you don't know how much cash you're going to need, and sometimes you take out more cash than you need, and then you're having to like convert it all at the end and lose on the exchange rate and commission. And not everywhere takes credit card. Like here in Seoul, you actually need cash because for the public transit system, you need cash to top up the transit card, the T-Money card. Unless you get like the tourist card, I think it's called the Wow Pass, and you can load it up with your credit card, but they charge you extra fees with that, and you don't want to do that. Unless you don't mind the convenience and paying extra. But for me, I'd like saving money. It's the same thing with Hong Kong too. They have an app called Octopus for tourists. Hong Kong uses the Octopus card, and you could load it up with a credit card, but they charge you extra. Oh, this currency exchange is closed. Yes, also this is my first visit to Korea. I had a very positive experience so far about Korea. Well, this place will buy Chinese yuan. This one says no commission. So I'll show you where the airport bus is. You can take it right towards Incheon or Gimpo International Airport. Johnson says, I heard food is much cheaper outside of Seoul. Well, I haven't been outside of Seoul yet to confirm that, but I would imagine it is. Outside of the major city, prices tend to not be as expensive. Another foreign exchange place, no commission, it says. Whenever they say no commission, by the way, it's kind of tricky because you have to check the exchange rate and see if it's fair or not. Sometimes they're not close to the mid-market rate, and they make money from the spread, the difference between the mid-market rate and what they're charging. So here's the Myeongdong subway station, served by line number 4. Shay is watching from Pattaya, Thailand, 34 Celsius. That's how hot it was here in the afternoon. Laura Hayward says it seems very chill there. Anything but. This is the main tourist area. It is busy here. So over here is where you take the airport bus. There's a big bus stop here for the airport bus. Airport bus. There's two options here for the airport bus. There's bus 6001 and bus 6015, and the first bus is 434 and 430. And the price is 17,000 won. I also did some research on this bus. You can pay easily with cash or T-Money card going to the airport. The T-Money card is the public transit card of Seoul. But if you want to pay by credit card, I think some buses take it and some don't. And I think there's like one bus that makes you pay when you get off the airport, and then there's someone. Oh, there's the airport bus now, 6001. When you get off the bus at the airport, someone comes up with a credit card machine, and then you pay that way. So I would just recommend having cash or enough money on your T-Money card so you don't have to worry about fumbling around paying by credit card when the time comes. But it is nice that they have this airport bus. Obviously, coming from the airport to here, you can pay with credit card. Yeah, John 259. I took that train, the Airport Railroad Express train. I thought it was very convenient to get to Myeongdong with the Airport Express train, although I did need to transfer to the subway once I got to Seoul Station. But you'll see that video when I publish it, how much of a process it was to get from the airport to my hotel. I recorded it from start to finish. Adam says LA has no public transit. No, they have public transit there. I took public transit there extensively when I was in LA, and I thought it worked pretty well. The big issue that I had with LA's public transit is you didn't always have the most well-behaved customers getting on the buses and trains there. I'll put it that way. And sometimes you felt a little bit uneasy when they boarded the public transit. But otherwise, I thought it worked well. Yeah, Dream Machine, I felt that when I was there. There's a big car culture in Los Angeles. Speaking of cars, there's a big car behind me. I'm surprised cars can drive here, or they allow cars to drive here. Getting busier here in Myeongdong. Maybe this time I'll go down the food street. John 259 says public transit outside of the USA tends to be safe, readily available, highly convenient, and inexpensive. I found that to be the case too. Although I would have to say it wasn't inexpensive when I visited in London. I found the public transit there to be quite costly. And a lot of times I didn't really find it to be convenient because it took you longer to get down to the platform than it did to ride the train. And then you have to get up from the platform from your exit to the surface level. So it doesn't even make sense to take the train because you could just walk faster and it's free. Let's go down this way. Johnson says locals says it takes at least 30 minutes by subway to get from one place to another. That's how spread out it is. I would say so, yeah. It took me at least half an hour to get to some places that I wanted to get to in Seoul. But I didn't really need to go much more than that. A lot of these hotspots in Seoul are kind of in various locations away from each other. Like from here, if you want to go to Itaewon, it's on the other side of Namsan Mountain. And then Hongdae is on the west side of Seoul. And then Gangnam, you have to go across the Han River to get to Gangnam. And Seongsu is the Brooklyn of Korea, where I was yesterday and live stream. That's like on the eastern side. So you can't really hit like all the spots on one night unless you really like hustle. But I would say Myeongdong is well centered between many of the hotspots in Seoul. The color purple asking, when am I going back to New York City? I'll be back to New York City when I'm ready. Stay subscribed to my channel. This is Myeongdong souffle cake. Different flavors. There's gimbap. Johnson's D says, don't come back. New York is wild. Hey, I've lived there for so long, I know about it already. New York is a wild city. Yesterday was the hottest day in 12 years, and 5 people were shot dead near the Blackstone HQ on Park Avenue. Yep, anything can happen in New York. But guess what? It's hot here too in Seoul. It's not just exclusive to New York City. John says you'd like me to visit more places in China, Chengdu, Chongqing, Zhangzhijie, and Guilin. Hey, I said it many times, if I could clone myself and be in all these places at once, I would, but I have to be at the most meaningful places for me, and sometimes that doesn't align with what all of you want, what my viewers want, so I can only be in one place at one time. Look at that. Alright, let's go down here. Maybe I could show you the Namdaemun traditional market, which is much different than Myeongdong. Hey, that's right, Dream Machine. I can only do so much. Like, I would love to walk the entire Great Wall of China, right? But there's only certain sections that are open and accessible to the public, and also have to take my physical considerations into account. Garlic bread, one piece, 4,000. Actually, this looks pretty good. I might try a garlic bread. All right.
Hello.
Hello. 안녕하세요. Let me get a garlic bread. One garlic bread? Yes. I have just enough change, 4,000. Heating it up for me. Okay. Garlic is good for the body. Ooh, it smells good. Smells good. Ooh. Now, how am I gonna eat this? That's a question for me to answer and figure out. Let's find a less busy area to eat this. Why not here? I could even put my camera down here. All right. I hope H&M doesn't mind me sitting in front of their store. All right. Garlic bread from Myeongdong Night Market. Ooh. Oh, there's like cream inside this. I didn't expect that, but a lot of garlic in here. Definitely a strange combination. I don't know, it's a mix between like a sweet roll and an Italian garlic bread. And also cream inside. Yeah. I don't know, it's a strange combination. I don't think I can get used to this. Oh, a lot of garlic in there. And then the cream is so strange. It's so strange. I mean, I would say it was worth the try, but I wouldn't get this again. Yeah, strange. I like the egg bread better. That one's better. For 2,000, it's half the price too. I can't tell if it's healthy or unhealthy, because on one hand you have garlic, which is healthy for you, and then you have all that cream. And the sweet bread is sugar too. So, ooh. My breath smells like garlic now. I feel it. Actually, I didn't even think that garlic bread was cheap either. That was 4,000 won. Or $2.90 for that garlic bread. Look, trash cans. Much needed. And says that's a New York price, expensive just like street hot dog. Yeah, I know. I didn't think it was that great either. When I thought garlic bread, I didn't expect all that cream in there. Chora the Exploder says, I feel like Korea is just copying what Japan did in the 80s and 90s. Well, it is a developing, rapidly developing country. I see a lot of tech here and innovation. That water fountain is impressive. Yeah, Dream Machine. It's very modern over here. Look at that 3D billboard of the Korean national flag coming out. Now we're heading into the next area over, which is the Namdaemun traditional market. I don't know if those stalls are open right now, but at least we can visit the south gate of the old city. Push the button across.
잠시만 기다려 주십시오. 해안 사거리 쌍용 남산 스트리트로 방향 횡단보도입니다.
This is a big department store, by the way. The Shinsegae department store. Hey, look at that. It's Louis Vuitton. And then on the other side you have Channel. Johnson said this area might be for wealthy people. There are a lot of high-end shops here. Well, this area is actually a big tourist area right near the city hall. It's one of the most expensive parts of Seoul. I have a feeling most of these places are closed now. The traditional market. Yeah, it looks like they are. It'll be nice to walk through the market when it's a little less quiet. I was here earlier and this market was full of vendors selling clothing, accessories, bags, souvenirs, and more. Well, I think we'll just make it to the south gate and then I'll probably turn around and go back to Myeongdong. Johnson says, how can people afford to live there? It's so expensive. In New York, you need at least $70,000 a year to get by and $3,000 just for rent each month. I mean, it's getting tougher now. In a lot of desirable areas, the prices of housing, food, basic needs are all going up at a much faster pace than what people's incomes can provide. And as a result, a lot of people have to make great sacrifices, living with 2 or more people sometimes, further away from the city center, working side jobs. It's rough. And I've heard Korean society is very demanding too. Some of these people, from a very young age, they go to school, and then after school they have after school programs where they learn even more. And some of these students, these poor students, don't go to sleep until like 11, 12 midnight, and not even time to do their homework. And many of these people, they end up working for one of the big chobols of South Korea. They're the big mega conglomerate firms that make up 60% of South Korea's economy. Think like the Samsung, Hyundai. They own most of the business in South Korea. So they're working for these firms, and it's hard to make things meet. It's a very tough society, I should say. And it's very quiet here now. There's nothing really going on here. Yeah, that's true, Ket's population is declining. People can't afford children. In much of the Western world, that's true. Yeah, unfortunately, that's right, Damaris Cologne. A lot of issues with mental health here, suicides. It's a very demanding society to work hard, and unfortunately a lot of people, they don't make that much money. I was going to the right and this guy is going towards the left, towards me. Well, Dream Machine, it's not just South Korea too, but much of the developed world is suffering from these societal issues and quality of life issues. And ultimately, what does it come down to? These big corporations that control every aspect of people's lives. Maximizing their profits, not allowing people to rest, paying people very little, and they don't have any time or money to enjoy themselves and enjoy the society, and that's what happens. But enough of that. I don't want to get too philosophical on this channel right now. Here is the south gate of the old city of Korea, the Namdaemun Gate in Seoul. It says here that the general public refers to this area as Namdaemun, meaning South Gate. It was the southern entrance of the capital. Right now it's after hours, so we can't actually go in. but you're able to actually go in here and walk under the south gate when it's open. We can, however, walk around it and see the other side. I think the other side is equally as impressive. It's so weird to see this ancient city gate here, and then you have all these modern buildings around it. What a gorgeous sight to see this. And they light it up too. This used to be the old southern gate for the city of Hanyang. That was the old name of Seoul during the Joseon dynasty. I think there's other city gates too that are well preserved like this. There's the Namdaemun, which is the eastern gate, I believe is still up. Oh, they have a guard performance too. From 10 to 13. That'll be interesting to see. You come here at 10 in the morning, you can see them performing. Well, how did you like the South Gate? Oh, we can even get a look at it from here too. I think this angle looks cool. That gate looks so out of place now with all these tall buildings. Now both sides of the gate are the city of Seoul. Way back when, in like the 1500s, only this side was Seoul and the other side wasn't. I have a feeling we're gonna have to wait a whole new light cycle just to cross. Too bad for me.
잠시만 기다려 주십시오. 송대문 교차로 남대문로 지하 쇼핑센터 방향 횡단보도입니다.
Come on, let me cross already. If this was New York City, I'd cross the street already, but this is Seoul. I'm sure some of you get those urges, right? It's like, just freaking cross already, man. But you gotta pay attention to where you are. If it's not allowed in this area or country, then you gotta respect it. New York City is a different beast, you know?
남대문로 지하
That looks like an ambulance going through. Well, there's still honking in Seoul, but I think people use it more for danger. Yeah, I find that's very good, Kevin. Lights on the ground for people looking down. You don't know how many times I've seen near misses because people have been paying attention to their phones, and then they cross the street and then a car comes by and I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's definitely good to have visual cues on the ground too. Sometimes I'm genuinely afraid for these people. I'm like, come on, pay attention. Don't look down at your phone right before you cross the street, you know?
어둡게 달았어? Ay, igual ya nos quieren dejar en terraza.
Ooh, this restaurant looks good. Pollock stew, ginseng chicken, dumpling soup, and braised cuttlefish.
¿Están en el hotel?
Queen's Bakery. This bakery smells so good. Sourdough bread, organic flour. But after I had that garlic bread, I don't want any more bread. I'm good, thank you. So I believe you can go under here to cross the street. But I like to cross the street on the surface. It's more interesting. And there's the bright lights of Myeongdong across the street. I think I just might go down here. I don't see a way to cross the street from here. It is quiet in here. Nothing's open right now. Okay, back to Myeongdong. Nice to actually experience crowds of people again. Lucky says we're a Korean couple. I've been subscribing for years and watch you live every day. Welcome to Korea. Where are you going tomorrow? I haven't really decided yet, Lucky, but thanks for subscribing to me for many years. I'm really enjoying my time in Korea. I've been to a fair bit of places around Seoul already. I covered pretty much all the main tourist attractions already. Ray is asking if I have a dinner. No, I already ate. I'm not in the mood to eat right now at almost 8:30 p.m. I think I'm just gonna get back to my hotel and get ready for my premiere that's happening in about 40 minutes from now. This area is kind of strange how they have it set up that cars can come through here. It's so busy. Definitely don't drive through here if you need to get somewhere fast, because you'll be going at a snail's pace the entire time. I'm glad I picked this area to stay in Seoul. It's very convenient to everything.
para eso los compré.
It is a lively spot. Flowing wind asking how Seoul compared to Tokyo. I visited Tokyo last year and enjoyed it, but don't want to visit it again too soon. Wanted to try something similar but new. Well, I think you have your answer. It's similar but new here. I would say Seoul is similar to Tokyo but new. And they're so close to each other too. Lucky recommends Lotte World Mall in Jamsil, tallest building in Korea. Yeah, I did a live stream from there, the tallest building in Korea. It was amazing to experience. And I think the observation deck that I've been to with the most amount of floors available to the public, there's like 6-7 floors that you could go to and see out the windows. It's a really beautiful area. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. The heat today is starting to wear down on me, and I'd like to get back to my hotel, relax a little bit, and also join in for my premiere that's coming on in about half an hour. So if you have time, be sure to tune into that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream from Seoul, South Korea. Amazing place. I'm having a lot of fun here. If you enjoyed tonight's live stream, hit that like button for me, subscribe, and I will see you around next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.